Get out of here. Get away from my food, you savage. All right. So, moving on to our meal of the video. Today's meal is just a little salad with some egg, like some hard-boiled egg chopped up in it. Sometimes I'll do like beef or turkey or chicken, whatever I kind of have on hand. We had some boiled eggs, so I threw some boiled eggs in there with some ketchup. Might sound gross to you, but ketchup, Italian, fat-free Italian dressing, and then some seasonings. And I kind of just whip up these little salads when I'm hungry, but don't necessarily have too many calories. Or I guess I should say, I like to eat later at night. So if I'm kind of hungry like midday, and I don't have like a workout coming up, like I already got the workout over with, I'll throw in a salad just because I know it's going to fill me up, and also kind of tide me over until later in the night. So just a little salad. The thing with salad is, I learned this from professional eaters, is they'll eat salad or eat like big bowls of salad when they're trying to feel full and fill themselves with volume, but not have a lot of calories in them. Because like if you're about to eat 500 hot dogs, you obviously don't want to be like super like satiated. You just want to fill your stomach up, and this kind of helps fill your stomach up really well. So, little dieting tip: eat salad as much as you can in between meals, with meals, whatever. Just because it's gonna kind of give you the fake feeling of being full, and it just adds volume to your stuff. So, like if you threw beef in here and a bunch of lettuce, like it's gonna take you so much longer to eat that beef as opposed to just eating it by itself. And lettuce is like this was like 35 calories for 4 cups or whatever. But I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna go into the office and kind of just talk about a little topic I want to talk about. All right, we have made it over to the office. Now, just a quick little rant I want to give you guys. I really don't need to write much. I don't know why I'm sitting in front of this. Actually, I do know why, because the last time I wrote down stuff for you, like wrote down information, the video did well. So I think you guys like that. So I might start doing that more often. But just going to jot down some simple ideas. We have an A&W Zero Sugar Cream Soda. The best diet pop around is the A&W Zero Sugar Root Beer. Best diet pop ever. And honestly better than most pop. Also, Coke Zero. Comment your favorite diet soda down below. But anyway, a big question that I want to address is, I always get people to ask, or I see people ask other people, what is your diet? And what that basically means, or their intention behind that question, is what are you eating to get that physique? Or what are you doing in the kitchen to get that physique? And in their question, that doesn't really mean that. What their question is what foods do you eat? And telling someone what foods you eat doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to see the same results as you. It's the quantity of foods. And then from there, once you figure out what quantity of foods people are eating, then you can supplement the better foods or the certain foods that they're eating. So what does this mean? The real question you should be asking someone who you look up to, or who has a physique that you want, you should be asking them, where are your calories in regards to your maintenance calories? So where are your calories right now, or what were your calories when you were building this physique in regards to your maintenance calories? So let's say someone says, well, my maintenance calories are usually 3,500, and to put on muscle, I ate in a 500 calorie surplus every day for this long, and then I ate in a 500 calorie deficit for this long. That's the actual information that, when you're asking what is your diet, That's the actual information you should want to know. And then once you understand the calorie in, calorie out aspect of what they've been doing, that includes cardio as well. Like ask them, hey, where are your calories at? How long did you bulk? How long did you cut? How long have you been doing this for? But also, how much cardio are you doing in those different phases? So calories in, calories out is the biggest thing that you should be asking someone that you look up to in regards to attaining the same physique that they have. Obviously, everyone's different. You're never gonna like achieve the same physique that someone else has, but it can kind of give you an idea of what they've done. So, for example, once you have, let's say they tell you how they've gotten so big. Let's say they say, you know what? So they eat 3,000 calories a day to maintain, but they've increased it 500 calories to bulk up. Now this is the information you want to know, because although your maintenance calories is going to be different, you can implement this surplus or the deficit that they've used to achieve that physique. Now from there, it kind of comes back to the original question, what is your diet? Now you can eat 3,500 calories with junk food. You can eat it with salad, but it's going to be difficult based off the food you eat. So this is where that question comes into play. So now let's use a deficit actually, for example, because that's a little easier. So now you find out that someone's eating 2,500 calories a day. Now's the opportunity where you ask them, okay, what foods are you eating so you not only are hitting your calorie goal, but also hitting your protein goals? Because that's where being specific and finding out those different diet foods and those different diet hacks comes into play. So that you know, okay, if I eat these foods, they're going to allow me to stay in a deficit easier. So I like to kind of think about it like you have that 2,500 calorie window, and now you're asking what meals they're eating within that window to stay in a calorie deficit, or to eat or consume less calories. It's kind of sad sometimes because people are asking this question, what is your diet? And you could give them the diet. Like you can give them all the foods and recipes that you eat that are low calories and low carb and all this other stuff. But if they're not tracking their calories and understanding how much food they're taking in, they're either not going to gain the weight they want to gain, or they're not going to lose the weight they want to gain, or lose the weight they want to lose. So you really have to understand the calories in, calories out aspect first. And then from there, you can implement the foods and diet that they use. So like, for example, they're doing a 2,500 calorie diet, which is a 500 calorie deficit for them. But then they also do a carnivore based diet, and that helps them, eat more food, be more satiated. That's the information that you can get later on. But at the end of the day, you want to learn the calories in, calorie out information. That makes sense. So that's kind of like my little rant. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I'm drawing gibberish up here, but I'll see you in the next clip. All right. I think we're rolling. How crazy is my hair? All right, so let's see if I can do this without backing into the traffic. But today we have legs. I know legs aren't the most exciting day to watch, so we're not going to show every single set, but I figured it was worth kind of talking about what we're going to do, showing you what we're going to do, or what we're doing, just a couple sets of each. And then I kind of want to talk about like just training at Planet Fitness in general. People think that just because you train at Planet Fitness that you're not like you're limited in some way. And I want today to kind of show you guys that you can train almost anywhere. Legs, it can be difficult. Like I understand, you don't have like a free weight squat, but you can still get big legs at Planet Fitness. Thankfully with the Smith machines, sorry, we're going over a bunch of railroad tracks. But thankfully with Smith machines and the ones at Planet Fitness, you can still do a front squat or a heel elevated squat pretty well on it. Now, if you're trying to do more of a traditional like high bar or low bar squat, that's where it gets kind of uncomfortable. So I do understand that, but I want you guys to be able to understand that, you know, you can work with mostly whatever equipment you have. And Planet Fitness is a cheap membership, so I just want to show you you can get a crazy leg day. You can get any crazy workout in at a Planet Fitness. So what are we gonna do today? My leg days.
Oh my gosh.
You're fine.
No, it keeps weirdly zooming in. Okay, go.
All right, so my leg days are pretty simple, especially when me and my girlfriend work out together. We really try to simplify them down to the basics. So what you'll see today is a heel elevated squat, whether that's with a plate or without a plate. Just know the heels are going to be elevated and we're going to be on our toes. That's to really like emphasize the quads more. We're also going to throw in sissy squats, and then after that, as much leg extensions and leg curls that I can. So the main majority of the workout is the squats, the sissy squats, really burning out on both of those, fatiguing really hard with those, and then kind of throwing in the extensions and the leg curls. I guess you could consider like the accessory work, as much as we need them. Now last week we didn't really hit too crazy of a leg day. It was still hard, but we didn't go as insane because we went to DC last weekend, so we didn't want to like fatigue our legs out and not be able to like walk around Washington DC. So this week I'm really trying to fatigue the legs out. I don't think your door's closed.
Yeah. I was kind of catching that too.
All right, hold on. Let's get up here. All right, so door's fixed. What was I talking about? DC. Well, we didn't want to train super hard because we were going to be walking around DC. So this week I really want to try to murder out our legs as much as we can, really fatigue them out. And I'm only training one leg day a week. My girlfriend, she does two, just because she does a quad focus and then like a glute and hamstring focus. But for me, I'm only doing one leg day a week, and typically on that day, if I go hard enough, I will be sore until Saturday or Sunday. So that means that I'm training them enough on that one day that I am hitting them. Now, you can do 2 days. It just depends on how well you recover and kind of like the setup. For me, I've personally started to like one leg day a week. One, because I really don't like training legs too much. And two, I've just gotten acquainted to just like going super hard on one day. And then that gives me more time to like just focus on my upper body and some lacking areas on my upper body. Genetically, I kind of just have bigger legs and can hold muscle better in my legs. So doing one leg day a week has kind of got my legs where I like them. I personally don't like the look of giant legs. One, just for style and dressing up and wearing jeans and things like that, I just don't like having massive legs. I think it makes you look shorter. And also just physique wise, like I like the classic like golden era bodybuilding look more than the newer like open sort of bodybuilding. And with the golden era, it was more like upper body, like emphasizing the upper body, having a really nice physique up top, and then also having nice legs, but not like overly big legs. I don't know. It doesn't mean you don't train them hard. Like Arnold obviously trained legs super hard. Like you can go back and watch his old leg days, like they were insane. But at the same time, it wasn't like a big emphasis in his training and in that style of bodybuilding. So that's kind of my opinion. I feel like realistically, when you look at someone, especially if like you're just like, let's say you're going out to dinner or something, like if you see a guy with massive legs and jeans, it just kind of looks odd. I don't know, but that's kind of my take on legs. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think big legs are aesthetic? Because I feel like, you know, bodybuilding wise, they're aesthetic, but like realistically, having massive legs, massive quads, just kind of looks goofy if you're trying to like look good in jeans or something. So drop your comment down below and let me know. What do you think, Avery?
I think you can find pants that fit you better now.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys could hear her. She said, I think you can find pants that fit you better. So I agree. Like, I find pants now that actually fit. When I was playing football and we squatted so much, I could not. It was such a hard time finding jeans that fit in the waist but also fit my quads. And obviously I was bulked up too, so I was a lot heavier, but it's so annoying because I would have to wear a belt on the tightest loop, but my quads would be sticking out through the jeans, and it was just not fun. So, like I said, drop your comment down below. Let me know what you think, because I still like, I want to look like I lift, right? I want to look not only like I lift, but I want to look exceptional. I want to stand out, but at the same time, I don't want my legs to be bulging out of my pants. You know, like one thing is like, you want your biceps to be like popping out. You want your shoulders to look massive no matter what, but I don't necessarily need people seeing my quads popping through my pants. So, let's go ahead and get in here. Like I said, we're going to start with some sissy squats, leg extensions. Are you going to do leg curls? So she's not going to do leg curls. I'll throw some leg curls in there at the end. And you'll realize I really don't do too much hamstring and glute. I probably should do a little more glute. But hamstring wise, I feel like I'm pretty strong in hamstrings, even though I don't train them.
You do? You do leg curls?
Yeah, but I do like 4 sets a week.
Okay, true.
But I should probably start doing more glute stuff, just because I don't do a normal back squat. I typically do like a Smith squat or a heel elevated squat, and I don't do like a typical like wider stance squat. My glutes are a little bit lacking, if I'm being honest. So after I had knee surgery, my booty is subpar, but we're gonna get in there. I might throw some booty in at the end. Let's see if we don't get caught, because they're kind of mean about. Last week we had our bags out on the gym floor, and they made us put them away. So we'll see what they think about the camera. See you.
Oh no! How does it do that?
All right, another thing is our pre-workout. We have our Legion Pump Surge. We also have some Legion creatine in there, and we also took Legion. What was that fat burner called? It's not the stem free. Yeah, Forge. The Legion Forge pre-workout fat burner as well. We took those pills beforehand. And then we also have just a pre-workout. I don't have any of my Legion pre-workouts, so we just threw a scoop of some other companies' pre-workout in there. But code Riley for legionathletics.com for 20% off your favorite supplements. Go check those out. Okay. Turn it off! Turn it off, please! All right, so heel elevated squat. My girlfriend's using the plate, but I'm not using the plate right now. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how it's feeling. I honestly switch up my heel elevated squat positioning a lot. It just feels different, which kind of goes to show you, like, you can't really take someone's word on like what's the best movement, because it feels different for everyone. And inside of that, it feels different for everyone, or for an individual on a day-to-day basis. So Kind of just gotta experiment with what's feeling that day, what's feeling good that day. But this is gonna be a hard set. We're gonna do 3 of these. We'll do some sort of drop set as well. Oh, good. Bounce. Oh yeah.
Ready?
Drop set. Oh. Come on, 3 more. Ooh. Oh, oh. Going down.
Why did you not lead over?
I don't know. Come on. Yeah, I think right here. Good. Good. Come on. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. One more. Come on. Come on. Yep. Yep. Come on. Good job. California girl sped up is what I've been listening to. Ten more. One. Oh. So some of you guys may be interested in this, some of you may not, but for those that are here for the motorcycle stuff, we've been running into a little bit of an issue with the throttle. It's kind of moving all over the place, which is not safe, obviously, because if I'm riding and it moves, you know, I can pop the throttle and fall off the back, or, you know, run into someone. Just not good. So it's been kind of moving everywhere. Thankfully, the master cylinder is down here now, so this is pretty simple assembly. All I got to do, and I guess it would be simple no matter what, but all I got to do is tighten it down with a little wrench. So that's what we're going to do today. I also have to super glue a piece of my tail light back on, but I don't really have time for that, so we're going to go ahead and show this little process. The thing with this though is I'm going to have to really kind of tweak with it and kind of figure out where it's been or find a comfortable spot, because as you know, like when you're used to riding your motorcycle, you're really used to that, you know, how much throttle you have to give it based off your, you know, how much you're letting the clutch out. So I got to kind of tweak with it and kind of make sure it's comfortable. But yeah, whatever. So with being at school, my tail bed or the trunk of my truck is like my mini garage, my little workshop. So obviously I have all my work boots, I have my bibs. Those are like my nicer boots that I wear. I have a pair of Tacovas, but these are kind of like my everyday boots that I love. Got my toolbox, all the stuff. This is kind of like my work shoes. If I don't want to wear my boots, but this is all we'll need today. Alright, so I'm gonna have to turn the bike on and figure out kind of a comfortable spot for, you know, kind of a good position for the throttle. So it's gonna be loud for a second. Oh. Alright, I think I found a good spot. And you might be wondering like why I'm being so like specific, like where it's at, the positioning. I just don't want to, like, when I'm riding, I want to be able to have my hand in a comfortable position to be like full throttle. I don't want to have to be like that if I'm, you know, opening up the throttle. So I still want it to be kind of, you know, kind of comfortable when I'm full throttle, if that makes sense. But it's really simple. I'm just gonna tighten it down, and I might have to keep doing this or figure out some kind of maybe put like electrical tape underneath of it so it kind of bites down a little harder. Just because it's metal on metal, so it's kind of like inevitably gonna loosen. I just loosened that. It's inevitably gonna loosen, so I just need to probably put something in there like that electrical tape, which will give it some more like bite, if that makes sense. I keep loosening it. Alright, so I'm not too comfortable with how that's sitting. It's not really necessarily sitting or biting down as much as I would like. But like I said, I'm gonna I'll have to get some electrical tape or something to put in there just so it's biting down harder. But for now, we'll just have to play it safe and obviously not ride it anywhere too dangerous where something can go wrong. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next clip. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like always, please like, subscribe, and comment. That helps with the algorithm and all that fancy stuff. But also, please don't forget to love God, lift weights, and live life. We'll see you guys next time.